saints, how many of you studied Revelation 8? Or how many read Revelation 8? How many studied Revelation 8? Okay. So when you study, when you study Revelation 8, if it's something that comes to you and and says, and you say, this is not making a lot of sense. What should you do with that? Dig deeper. Okay. Dig a little deeper.
I just called you.
Okay. You know what? All of y'all, something's wrong with every last one of you in here. Me? Yeah, if that's the case, Jesus wouldn't have to die for us. There wasn't nothing wrong with us. So, yes. So that's what you do. You dig harder because everything in the Daniel and Mark Finley's book, one or two things is a little off. I wanted to tell you that last week, but I didn't tell you that last week because I wanted to know if you figured that something was a little off. Okay. Now I got a phone call from Tamika. And the thing about it is, when she calls me, she wants to hold my attention for hours and hours, want me to explain the whole chapter. So I said, that's okay, because I got little handouts for you. When you read in the book, Mark Finley's book, the first trumpet is off. Okay. And so when the first trumpet is off, then makes his summary off. Okay. But that's okay. Don't worry about it, because what I wanted you to do, ideally, when we started this class, I wanted everybody to get the book, Ellen G. White's Exhaustive Study on Daniel and Revelation. It was $124. Now, I am rich because my father's rich, but he didn't give me enough money for $124 to pass around to everybody to get the book. Okay, so I went to the next best thing. And the little book that you're studying from is a good book. We don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. You know what that means? We didn't want to do that because 90% of that book is so clear and it helps us to understand. But one or two things was off on it. And I said, I hate that because I hate error. So I said, Jesus, what do I do? He says, well, for right now, you already passed out the book. So the next best thing is get the information that is correct on these trumpets, which is here, which you will receive after class. Everything else is okay with it, with the other three trumpets, but the first one was off. And I hate error, don't you? Yeah. And do the Lord? Yes, but it happens sometimes. Some people may have a different interpretation about things. So when we do that, we go to the Bible, and then we go to the spirit of prophecy. And that's what I do. All these lessons is from the spirit of prophecy. Then I have to read what Mark Finley says. And if it's okay, we're good. But these two things were the first trumpet was off. What'd you say? Yes, difference of opinion. All righty then. So are we good with that? Are we ready to start on Revelation 8? How many chapters is in Revelation? And do you remember what I said is going to happen when we finish Revelation 11? What's going to happen? You're going to have a pre-test, okay? Because Moritz, you're always looking like that whenever it's a test. Did you have a problem in school? Did you flunk all your tests? Okay, I can understand your problem. But anyway, so let's get started. Let's get ready to go. Welcome to a journey through the book of Revelation. Here you have the Bible, and this is Ellen G. White's exhaustive commentary on Daniel and Revelation. That book, those two books were $300. And then it went out of print. And then it went on, they were selling it on eBay for $900. And so then lately, when we started this class, we found it for $124. It's in a different color. So don't be changing the colors, because if you change the colors, who knows what you change, but it's the same book, right, Jerry? Because Jerry has that book. So the resources for this, basically all of your classes come from the Bible first, and then the spirit of prophecy. Are we good? We're on Revelation 8. But first we got to review the 144,000 and the great multitude that we did last week. And review is good, isn't it? All right. Fill in the blanks. Chapter 7 deals with God's
seal,
seal, the 144,000 and the
great multitude.
yes. John saw four
Angels.
angels standing on the four corners of the earth. Another angel came from the east carrying the seal of God in his hand. Yes. The seal of God means God's people are are
Sealed right here.
you know, when it's there and it's not sealed, it rhymes with kettle. Okay, settled in the
Truth.
in the what?
Truth.
In the truth. So that's what we have to be before Jesus comes. We've got to be settled in the truth where we cannot be moved. Don't mean we might not be harmed, might not have no food, all that was going to happen, but nothing can take the truth from you that you are settled in. Okay? Now, keep going. Right before
Probation
closes, God's people must have all sins erased. Yes. God's
seal
will be placed on the forehead. The seal will be placed on those who keep yes, very good. The seal of God is found in the fourth commandment, because remember, the seal does three things. It gives you the title, the name, and the location. So in the fourth commandment only, it tells you God created what? Heaven and earth. The side, the location, the title, that's it. So therefore the Sabbath is the seal of God.
Name, title,
Yeah. Okay, keep going. A seal states the, just told you, territory and nation. The 144,000 will be translated to heaven without seeing death. Yes, a great multitude will be resurrected from the
grave
that no man can
number.
Okay. This it's not a noun.
Blank with the 100.
Together. I never should have done that. Bad word. Together with 144,000, they will meet the yeah. Sorry for that. You're not supposed to start a sentence like that. It must be a noun. Okay. And now, the seventh seal and the first four trumpets. What do you like? He always divides up the stuff. If it's seven, he doesn't give it to you all at once. So the first four trumpets will be in seven. In Revelation 9, you're going to get the other two trumpets, and then you're going to get your seventh trumpet in Revelation 11. Okay? In Revelation 8, the seventh seal is open. Angels fill the sky like a meteor shower. There was silence in heaven about the space for approximately 1/2 hour. What was going on? What is this silence in heaven? The seventh seal is an amazing thing. During this time, heaven is emptied to carry us home on angels' wings. All heaven and the angels are coming with Jesus. Jesus is coming in his Father's glory. The Father says, it's time. Let's go get my children. And that's not the end of the salvation story. This silence in heaven for 1/2 hour equals a little over a week. The next slide explains how a half hour is 7.5 days, and it's really very unique. There are 24 hours in a day and 48 half hours. That's clear. Divide 360 by 48, and remember, a day in prophecy equals a year. The answer is 7 days and 12 hours. That's how long it will take us to get to heaven. I'm sure God has a reason for the time he chose and why the days to bring us home are 7. Do you understand that? Okay. You can go 20, or you can just go 360 by 48, which is a half hour, a half of a day, you see? But it's going to equal 7.5, which is 7.5 hours. 1 week and 12 hours. There are 24 hours. Oh, this is just explaining so you can do the math. There are 24 hours in a day, 360 in a Jewish calendar a year. All right. Divide 360 divided by 24 equals 15. Now that's an hour though. We want to go a half hour. 1/2 of the 15 is 7.5. 7 days and 12 hours to get to heaven, or you can do it simpler this way. To me, this is more simpler. There are 48 half hours in a day, 30 days in a month. 360 divided by 48 is 7, 20, this is a fraction, 24, 48. You got to reduce it. It reduces to 7, 3 is 6. Reduce it again to 7 1/2. I loved fractions in school, so that's why I love fractions. And I love long division. You know, so this is good to take a picture of that because that's nobody want that, huh? Boy, I tell you, the saints is something else. No, Lord, I don't want you to take me to heaven that way. Don't give me 7 days. Why I got to take 7 days? Why you can't just blink me there? He says, why you can't just read the book and understand prophecy? Let's move. Thank you. Here we go. The scene quickly changed. And John saw 7 angels who were given 7 trumpets to sound. The blowing of these trumpets means judgments will follow on Western Rome's sinful ground. So these judgments, the first 4 trumpets, is attacking Western Rome. Do anybody in here remember when Western Rome fell? 476. Okay? Western Rome fell in 476. But first, an angel came and stood at the altar with a golden censer in his hand. He was given much incense, which represents the prayers of saints who keep God's commands. Hello there, Pathfinders. We're Pathfinders. We're on Revelation 8. You've missed the first part, but I guess as long as you get in there, doesn't matter, does it? Here we go. He poured the incense on the coals of fire on the golden altar before God's throne. The smoke of the incense rose up before God, showing that God hears the prayers of his own. Remember in the wilderness sanctuary? You know, and the prayers, it was in the incense and it would go over to the most holy place. And that represented that God hears the prayers of the sincere Christians. When the censer was empty, the angel went to the altar and filled it with coals of fire. He threw the coals of fire down to the earth, and then lightning, thundering, and an earthquake transpired. Incense was not added to this censer, meaning these judgments weren't under God's protection because God's mercy and grace was refused and also his divine correction. So the 7 angels who were given the trumpets knew it was time for disaster and war. They prepared to blow those judgment trumpets like they've never been blown before. The 7 trumpets are God's judgments against the empire of pagan and papal Rome. Their cruelty has gone to the point of no return, and now God's judgments must be known. Pagan Rome ended in 476. Papal Rome began after that. So your first 4 trumpets is against pagan Rome. Your trumpets 5 and 6 will be against papal Rome and 7. Okay? And it'll get more and more clearer as we continue. You're probably saying, why do we need to know this? Why is this information vital? Well, when we see history and prophecy fulfilled, it helps build our faith in the Bible. So I had to also go into Bible history, and I had to read about all the seven trumpets, the war against the barbaric nations against Western Rome. I had to read it. Oh my goodness, I think that's why I got the headache. I had a headache all day one day. I read so much, Lord help me, but I just need to know background information. And it showed me that what was prophesied in the Bible, it was happened in Bible history. Rome thought their empire couldn't be conquered, for it lasted more than 1,000 years. The rise and fall of Rome is in history books, and the book of Daniel makes it very clear. Understand that the fall of the Roman Empire was part of God's design. The next slide are reasons why Rome fell and what led to its decline. Rome worshiped false gods and cruel emperors. They followed evil rulers' orders. They massacred and enslaved anyone who was outside of their borders. Their rulers and emperors became evil and corrupt, so they were attacked by barbarian tribes. Also, Rome was so large, it had to be split in two, making it a western and an eastern side. So Rome had two sides after it was split. Remember in Daniel 2 and 7, when prophecy got its start? The toes on the statue and the 10 horns on the beast was Rome divided into 10 parts. The first 4 trumpets in chapter 8 deals with 4 different barbarian tribes. These tribes punished Western Rome because they hated Rome's cruelty and pride. Just like when Jerusalem didn't obey God, who did he send? When the Hebrew boys in Daniel went over? Nebuchadnezzar. Even though Babylon was still destroyed after that, he will use enemies that are enemies to him to destroy other enemies. That's just what he does. So these tribes punished Western Rome because they hated Rome's cruelty and pride. The 7 churches, the 7 seals, and the 7 trumpets have a unique history of their own. The churches are religious, the seals are cultural, and the trumpets are military, as will be shown. When the first angel blew his judgment trumpet, the Visigoths, who? The Visigoths attacks Rome's western end. They battled Rome consistently in the late 300s and overcame them in 410. So the first trumpet was when the barbarian tribe called the Visigoths. Do you remember the Ostrogoths? So they were called the Goths, but there was 2 groups. One was Visigoths, one was Ostrogoths. Where have you heard of the Ostrogoths before? When they were rooted up in the little horn. Very good, very good. So let me read it again. When the first angel blew his judgment trumpet, the Visigoths attacks Rome's western end. They battled Rome consistently in the late 300s and overcame them in 410. Who was the leader of the Visigoths? Alaric. Yeah, I'm going to give you some easy way to remember that, because you need to know that. You need to know the tribe, and you do need to know the leader of the barbarian tribe that attacked Western Rome. The Goths were divided into 2 main branches, Visigoths and Ostrogoths, they were called. Both tribes play a major part in the Roman Empire's fall. What was the first trumpet? What tribe? All right, Visigoths. Who was the leader? Alaric. Remember Kathy Newton's son, Varick?
Yeah.
Alaric. Okay. The second angel blew his trumpet, judgment trumpet, and the Vandals buckled Rome at its knee. They were the most frightening barbarian tribe, called the Vandal pirates of the sea. So what was first barbarian tribe? Second one. Who was the leader of the Vandals? Genseric. Everything rhymes with Varick. So the first leader was Alaric. Second was Genseric. All right. Where have you heard the Vandals? One of the other things that was uprooted. Very good. Do you see how it just kind of folds into each other? The Vandals' kingdom was established in Africa. And from 419 to 456 AD, They attacked and devoured Roman ships. It was a terrible slaughter on the sea. So the Vandals were from Africa. Remember, Michael, when you asked me about that before? Okay. The third angel blew his judgment trumpet, and the rapid downfall of Rome began. He was the terror of the world, the scourge of God. He was haughty Attila and his frightful Huns. Y'all remember, I never knew anything about him. I had to read about him, but everybody always talks about Attila the Hun. Okay, so let's go back. The first tribe that attacked Western Rome was, and the leader, the second trumpet, Vandals, and the leader, the third trumpet, they say Huns, and the leader, Attila. Yes. Amazing. And all this in history it confirms. The Huns' evasion was brief, like a burning star. It was like a huge star falling from the sky. The whole breadth of Europe was destroyed by Attila, and 1/3 of the Roman Empire died. The eastern part of Rome were Greeks. So Greeks was 1/3 of the Roman Empire. So when it says 1/3 of the Roman, that's what they're talking about. And we'll get to the name of the star. They talked about the name of the star as wormwood, okay? And wormwood is bitter. Attila the Hun's invasion was so bitter that it raised, and many people died. That's what the wormwood means. The fourth angel blew his judgment trumpet, and within the Roman Empire walls, Odoacer, say that, leader of the Heruli tribe, was instrumental in Rome's complete fall. Where have we heard from Heruli? That's the third that was uprooted. Very good. And Heruli was the name of the tribe who was a leader. Say Odoacer, say it again, because you're gonna have to know, you're gonna have to spell that. Odoacer. Let's go back to the beginning. Western Rome failed. The Lord sent judgments. There were 4 trumpets on Western Rome only. We're not dealing with Eastern Rome in this chapter. We're dealing with Western Rome when it fell in 476 AD. These barbarian tribes, 4 of them, they started attacking in 395 AD. So it was not long, about 100 years, if that, before Rome fell from these barbarian tribes. All right. So the fourth angel blew his judgment trumpet, and within the Roman Empire walls, Odoacer, leader of the Heruli tribe, was instrumental in Rome's complete fall. After the death of Attila the Hun, the Heruli repeatedly attacked Rome from within. They destroyed the sun, moon, and stars, which were the government of Rome, and the final empire came to its end. Sun, moon, and stars are the governments of Rome. He's talking about the councils, the emperors. So the Visigoths, Vandals, Huns, and Heruli were the judgments God used at his call. They were the 4 judgment trumpets of Revelation 8 that led to the Roman Empire's fall in AD 476. When Rome fell, it opened the way for the papacy to rise under cover. Later, the Ostrogoths, Vandals, and Heruli were destroyed by the papacy and each other. And we already talked about that. So now we're just taking you back into history and see how that was actually done. The first side effect of the 4 trumpets was the destruction of Western Rome. The second side effect was the 10 nations that divided Western Europe's home. These were over here are the barbarian tribes, which their modern names is right next to them. Anglo-Saxon tribe was really England. Yeah, except from the 7 ones, from the 7, these are the 10. Alemanni, that's German. Franks is France. Burgundian, Switzerland. Lombards, Italy. Suevi, Portland, and Visigoths, Spain. And we know that 3 were uprooted. What are the 3 that are uprooted? Ostrogoths, Vandals, and Heruli. Very good. So okay, so then if they were uprooted, that's how many modern day king countries today in Western Europe? 7, name them by using Picseth. Are you naming them in a mic?
Oh,
Okay, name them.
Portugal,
Portugal,
Italy,
Italy,
Germany,
Germany,
Spain.
Spain, England.
Well, you threw me off.
There's two S's in Pixar. There's two S's in Pixar.
Yeah,
What'd you say, Michael?
yeah, Switzerland.
Switzerland. Those are the modern countries today in Western Europe to today, because the other three were uprooted. This is just a summary. The Visigoths' destruction on Rome was like hail, fire, and blood. 1/3 of Rome was destroyed. Number 2, the Vandals were like a burning mountain that attacked Rome by sea. Number 3, wormwood was bitter. Many people in Rome died in bitterness and rage from Attila the Hun's attacks. Number 4, the sun, moon, and stars, which are the government of Rome, senate, consuls, emperors, when this was destroyed, Rome came to its end in 476 AD. I will not ask you anything like that.
Oh, wow.
I expected y'all to say, "Oh, ask us, please ask us," because we just want to, but no, I can't. Wrong group.
Try it again, try it again. Let's just give us another chance.
Got it. Got it.
Say it again. Yeah, knock yourself out.
I'm not even going to ask you to tell me, even though it was on here, and you'll see it, the dates. The dates when all this happened. I'm not going there because y'all still struggling with the stars falling date. When did the stars fall? When did the stars fall?
No,
1883.
1833. What is going on? Okay. When was the Lisbon earthquake? When was the Lisbon earthquake? I heard it. 1755. When was the sun darkened and the moon turned red? Yes. And when did the stars fall? Yes. Nothing. Nothing that we can care about. I'm sure something happened. Since we're on dates, saints of the Most High, because I love dates because I remember numbers. Okay. And since we're on dates, when did the 2,300-day timeline start? What? 457. Very good. Very good. Aha. When was Jesus baptized? Huh? When was Jesus baptized?
27, 31.
When was Jesus baptized? 27 AD. I didn't hear it. No, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. Okay, 27 AD. So when was Jesus crucified? At 31. Yeah. Now, when did the Jews reject Jesus as a nation? 34 AD. Very good. Very good. When did the investigative judgment start? Yes. Yeah, very good. You do.
Yeah, we need just
Just today. Y'all don't know what you just asked for. No, you really don't know. Yeah, no, you really don't know. I mean, it's just Benita, you need a mic.
Yeah.
It is a time. We've done that. There is a timeline that when we did the lesson on the 2,300 days, it was a timeline. Okay. Yeah. And that came up in Daniel. So we're in Revelation now. See, there's a difference. Daniel, Revelation. So we already did the timeline, but for you, Benita, because I love you. What did you say? And you know what? No, you know what, saints of the Most High? I will do all of that. And my fee is not going to be that much, but it will definitely be a fee. Okay, and I'll put you in 2 categories. Got a special ed category. All right, here we go. Here we go, saints. Now, trumpets 5 and 6 will be in chapter 9, and the 7th is in chapter 11. These trumpets started blowing in 395 AD and will end when we're in heaven. Before we do the quiz, you want me to kind of review with you before? I'm not going to because it's not that long. Thank you, Michael. This is why Michael is my favorite. Well, actually, he's my favorite too. And I got a lot of favorite people. It is you. It is you. You know what? You know what? She got a point there. I need to find out what's going on with that myself. Okay, saints of the Most High, are you ready to take the quiz? Are you good? No, it really doesn't. Okay, here we go. Revelation 8:1 says there was silence in heaven for a half hour. What does this mean? A, B, or C? What is it?
B.
B.
Okay.
Heaven is empty for 7 days to come and get us. This is good too, but I like to be specific. You know, I'm a specific person. Okay? Heaven is, it's not a man, it's not emptying heaven just to come down to get us. So we'll have our transport. Got to be a lot of angels because it's going to be a lot of us that needs to go, that's going to heaven. Got to have a lot of angels for that.
That young lady looked like, I got this.
And that's it. She did. She said, I got this. And I'm going to be one of the ones going. That's what she's saying too. How is the 1/2 hour prophetically calculated?
B.
Mm-hmm. 360,
I'm just gonna
30 times 12 to 224, 15, and then right, and then just take it on down. So both of those are correct. Then John saw. Okay, go back. What? Go back one more. How? Where?
Wait, so how is A and B the same?
Where? 360. Because you can do it either way. 360 divided by 24 or 360 divided by 48. It's just a longer way. Yeah. You can do it either way.
B gives you the final answer.
Right.
Correct. B, yes.
Get the number 48 from again?
There, when we're talking about half hours, there's 24 hours in a day, and then there's 48 half hours in a day. So okay, what?
Just
Okay.
B. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That A is confused.
Well, yeah, B is the final answer
If you divide
because
A by
A
2.
is an hour, B is a half hour. Go back. Okay.
See, for A to be right, it would have to be 36 divided by 24.
No, there's 24 hours in a day.
Yeah, but
24 hours in a day. Okay.
two different.
And then,
Yeah, that's what we're saying.
right.
It can't be.
It's 48 out, 36 divided by 48. This is a half hour.
Right.
So B is correct. B is correct. B is correct. Okay. So then you just
But you changed that right.
no, I've learned, and that's why it's a good thing, because the more y'all torment me, the more I love you. Torment is good when it comes from the saints.
No.
Oh, do I need to put my jacket back on? I'm hot, Alberta, and they won't let me. Thank you, Alberta. That's why I love you. All right. Whew. Yeah. So it is B. It is B. Why did I do that?
Well, because you were saying 24 hours.
Yeah.
But so you should have added something in to
Right.
divide that 24.
Yeah, because 24 hours equal 15, and you just divide 15 and that. I missed putting divide 15 by 2. I missed that. So technically, I'm not wrong. I just forgot to add something in there. Next slide. Then John saw 7 angels with 7 trumpets. What does trumpets represent?
Yeah, we'll go with B.
B, that judgment will follow. Now in Revelation, that's what it means. But we're told that Jesus is going to come when the trumpet sound. It's still a judgment, but it's a good one. It's a good one for those who's going to heaven.
Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's you got it? Am I good? If I blow up or get electrocuted, yeah, just if just send all my money to the kids. The seven trumpets are God's judgments against what?
It's one of the P. Yeah,
All of them.
pagan. I couldn't remember if it's
Actually,
pagan or paper.
also, I forgot to color that.
Oh.
But we're just not in the, I'm good. We're not in the fifth and sixth trumpets, but I did say seven trumpets, but I should have said the first four.
Okay.
And so that's another little error, a little white error. Yeah, because I said, I meant to say the seven trumpets, the fourth trumpets, because we're not on all the trumpets yet. And so in my mind, I was thinking all of the seven trumpets is pagan and papal Rome. All right.
But that dude didn't know. Look at him.
He didn't know either. The four is just pagan. Western. The first four trumpets is on Western Rome only. Remember, Rome was divided into what two parts? Right. And chapter 9, we're going to deal with trumpets 5 and 6, which will deal on the eastern part of the Roman Empire. Today, we're only doing the 7. So really, I really should not have talked about 7 because we haven't had them. Okay. I do apologize in sackcloth and ashes. The first 4 trumpets deal with what?
Western Europe.
B.
The first 4 trumpets deal with what?
It's Western. Western. Oh.
Barbarian tribes.
Yes.
I mean, it's right there. Barbarian tribes. It's talking about tribes attacking. Tribes attacking. The first four trumpets is about war. They're attacking Western Rome. Huh? No, he didn't. He looking like y'all looking. Here we go. These tribes punished Western Rome because see, it definitely wasn't about, no, it wasn't. It wasn't about religion. Explain the unique history of the 7 churches, seals, and the trumpets. So the churches are what kind of history? Religious. The seals are what kind of history? Cultural history. And the trumpets are what kind? Military.
Oh.
7 military. Okay, very good. Very good. So we're dealing in Revelation 8 military history of how Western Rome was destroyed. In what year? What year was Western Rome destroyed? 4 what? 476. What is it with numbers with you guys? What is it?
Too many. Yeah.
Please give us some more.
I'm going to give you a date test.
Yeah, we do.
What barbarian tribe attacked Western Rome in the first trumpet?
A.
Very good. Oh, you can shout that out. That's real good.
Just don't ask the year.
Well, remember it was 395. Who was a leader of the Visigoths?
Alaric.
Very good. Oh, you got that.
Mm-hmm.
What barbaric tribe attacked Western Rome in the second trumpet?
Vandals.
All right. They were pirates of the sea from Africa. Okay. Where did Michael go?
Somebody asked them to come out.
Well, yeah. Okay. Okay, so they were vandals of the sea. And who was the leader of the vandals? Genseric. What barbaric tribe attacked Western Rome in the third trumpet?
The frightful.
Oh, wait, it's the gods.
Oh, was it the?
What barbaric tribe attacked Western Rome in the third trumpet? Yeah, the frightful Huns. Yes, Huns. And
This guy need a mental health day.
yeah, he do. Yeah. The Huns, okay. And who was the leader of the Huns?
Attila.
Which one? Which one?
Oh, B.
See?
Two T's. I believe
Attila.
Attila. Did she say
Attila
Attila?
one
Did
T.
she say Attila?
I'm just trying to. This is not my mind.
Attila.
That is Attila. Attila is B. Attila is B or C.
This is how you spell Attila.
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 I know, but I'm just. This is why.
Saints, I want to. Here's a question. Why do saints question you on stuff that don't matter? They won't question you on how is there a God? How do you get to heaven? They want to question you on why you got this color on the Sabbath. Don't make no sense.
You gave us a trick.
Yeah.
That wasn't a trick question. That's his name, and that's how you spell it. There's no trick in that. Oh, Kathy. Thank you. And that's why I need to do that class. Thank you, Kathy. She knows what's going on. All right. What barbaric tribe attacked Western Rome in the fourth trumpet? Heruli.
Oh, I thought I heard something else. I'm sorry, I thought I heard something else.
Bro, Shango. No, you got it.
Who was a leader of the Heruli tribe? Spell it correctly.
Oh, ODA.
Spell it correctly. What letter?
Yes.
No, C.
It's C. It's C. That's C. Definitely.
It's C.
Listen.
Odoacer.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, before I move any further,
Exhausted.
here's how you can get the tribes really good. All it is VVHH. Isn't that simple? VVHH. Okay, so the V is, the other V is
Vandal.
H,
Huns.
and the other H.
Heruli.
See, simple. You want to know how to do the leaders?
Yes.
I think I just forgot. I had it in my head.
A. AG.
AG, what? AGO.
Oh, wait.
AGAO.
Attila. There's
Okay,
another Attila.
AGAO. So AGAO, who was the leader of the first tribe? Why? Scratch. Name the first tribe and a leader. Go. First tribe and a leader.
Visigoth.
Leader.
Alaric.
Second tribe.
Vandal.
Vandals, leader.
Generic.
Third tribe. Hans, leader.
Attila.
Fourth tribe. Heruli, leader.
Odoacer.
Isn't that simple? That is very simple. So there's no reason for y'all to take this test because you already know it. So that means I got to make it harder. Because you've already, you got it so well, so it will be harder when we do the review next week. The Heruli tribe attacked Rome from within, destroying the sun, moon, and stars. What does it mean with the sun, moon, and stars?
Their government. Where's that answer? Oh, A. No, the government. It was destroy the government of Rome. It's A.
No, B and C.
Wait a minute.
All of them. They're all the governments of Rome. There was really 7 governments of Rome. 7 of them. And it is, but the first 3 they were talking about was just the consuls and the emperors, but they were all governments of Rome. That's what when you read in Revelation 8, and it talks about destroying the sun, moon, and stars, it's the government of Rome. Okay?
So A.
When pagan Rome fell, it opened the way for what to arise? Say it loud. Michael said, all 3, they all mean the same thing. Remember in Daniel, we had this,
Yeah.
the little horn, the papal Rome, and the papacy. We had it in Daniel. All this is going to come back. Oh,
What signal pagan Rome's fall? I mean, from pagan to pagan?
uh-huh. The reason why I can't answer you is because you weren't speaking in a mic.
Clarify the fall or the change from pagan Rome to papal Rome.
Yeah, remember Little Horn? You remember the beast?
Yeah.
With 10 horns?
Yeah.
You remember that little bitty horn that
Yeah.
came up? That's the papacy.
Right?
And it came up and it destroyed what?
Three.
That's
three of
when,
the things.
that's when pagan Rome was gone, papal Rome began.
Okay.
Okay.
so the three, okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right. When pagan Rome fell, oh, we got that. Name the three barbaric tribes that were destroyed by the papacy.
Vandals, Ostrogoths, and Huns.
Very good, very good. Here's a bonus. Oh, you already know this. This is too simple. We're not going through that. Okay, all right, then name the 7 current nations of Western Europe. First letter is done for you. Go.
Portugal.
Okay, wait a minute. The person who said no, that's who I want to name it. Was that you, Norvale?
Ah,
Yes, it was. Okay, let's do it together. P,
Portugal,
I,
Italy,
G,
Germany,
S,
Spain,
S,
Switzerland,
E,
England,
and F.
France.
And whenever you're asked to name stuff like that in order, this is always an alphabetical. Okay? This ain't an alphabetical,
No.
but it's not an alphabetical, nothing names. Okay, right. Okay, Pigseth. Just say, remember Pigseth, and that's the first letter of the 7 countries in Western Europe that are modern today, currently. There you go, Norvale. Got it? Okay. Now, that says you're awesome. I think you did good. If I were to grade you today, you would get a,
D minus.
no, I agree, a B minus. Why? You're horrible on your dates. Just horrible, just pitiful. Oh, the date was in the quiz. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. We have had Daniel for how many weeks did we do Daniel? How many? 12. And we talked about those dates in Daniel. And so when we switch and go over to Revelation, does that mean forget everything you learned in Daniel? Huh? No. Right. You continue, you refresh all the time. Next week, Revelation chapter 9, the 5th and 6th trumpets and or woes. When they say a woe, when God says woe unto you, that means something drastic is going to happen. It's very, very serious. Woe unto the earth, because the devil has come down to you. Woe. If you want to pick these up, they're right here, which explains everything that we went over about the 4 trumpets. Any questions? Are you doing good? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I have 25. I think I do. I think who's it? Because that don't make no sense. I know I used the word, but no one knew but Kathy what it meant. So, you know, who has a mic in this area? Who has a mic? Can you close us out?
Dear Father in heaven, God, thank you for allowing us to study Revelation chapter 8. Thank you for allowing Roberta Perry to help us understand. I pray that we go home safely, have a good meal. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. First 4 barbaric tribes, name them quickly. Tribes.
Pentecost, Vandals,
All right, name the leaders.
Hilarious.
Larry. Yes.
Attila.
Very good, very good, very good. All righty.